Moving on to Hassan.
Yeah, Mizkif definitely was just trying to ride the wave. That's what he's doing. He's riding any wave of anyone who's getting called out so he could try to make people forget all the nastiness that he was going through. She hit me with plushies. Shut your punk self up. Why you crying about plushies, nigga? Meanwhile, you tossing your phone. You just flinging your phone at shorty. She but this tall. Like, Immaru was small as hell. This nigga, like, you know, he got more views than me. That's what he was. That nigga went in there. He looked at his analytics and was like, Immaru get more views. Oh, my bad. That was an accident. Ms. Kiff, nobody want to hear what you have to say, bro. Like, I really, you said, haven't you heard? It's demon time. It's demon time? Okay. Well, I'm Team Jesus, so I'm good. My Lord and Savior gonna protect me from his demon time. Ain't nobody afraid of his demon time regardless.
So today, Hassan is going viral for, quote, Chinamaxing and basically shilling for foreign governments as he does best. And he basically got called out on the news by this woman, and he just exposes himself as the biggest racist ever. So it starts here where he defends foreign propaganda because that's literally what he does himself.
Committee holding a hearing to look into claims that foreign actors may be secretly influencing U.S. nonprofits. A report alleging that the far-left group Democratic Socialists of America has foreign ties that are working to undermine federal authorities under the guise of protest, saying they found, quote, the DSA's rhetoric matches the anti-U.S. propaganda.
This is so funny. It's like, yeah, it's because the anti-U.S. propaganda coming from foreign adversaries is correct. It's not anti-U.S. propaganda. It's just correct. Like, for example, when, I don't know, the Chinese government or the Russian government, regardless of their own personal moral infallibility or whatever aside, right? Like, they're not obviously infallible. But like when they actually adequately address some of the issues that are taking place in America, that's not propaganda. That's just a reflection of reality.
Well, that take is not surprising at all, not shocking at all. Leave it to Hassan to defend basically anything anti-America, right? The foreign governments are just right, okay? As long as they're criticizing the U.S., they are automatically correct. That's how it works. Crazy. Hassan will defend anything and anyone, including the worst of humanity being terrorists, as long as they are anti-America. That is simply how it operates in the Piker universe. Also, I love how he does the same shit again, where he's like, yeah, they have flaws, but we never talk about those flaws. We just sort of hand wave that shit, you know, like actual oppression. For example, the Iranian government gunning down protesters or any sort of oppression in any foreign country. This guy will claim that North Korea treats its citizens better than the US government does, which is absolutely fucking absurd. Regardless.
Yeah, that sounds insane. Yo, that sounds crazy. Hassan is bugging out. He will say whatever, right? He admitted to being like someone who spreads propaganda. He full-fledged admitted. How does anyone take Hassan seriously? I have no idea. This dude is crazy, bro. Yikes. Nasty as hell.
Of what's going on in the US and how bad it is not comparable to North fucking Korea, but according to Hassan, the guy who glazes the US
How you doing, Geoverse? How are you?
SR as well. All these achievements under his belt, collecting them like fucking COD trophies or some shit. So anyways, let's get to the part with this woman who's talking about the trend of Chinamaxing, where essentially influencers are paid to do propaganda and sometimes unknowingly as well. And Hassan is obviously pissed considering the guy considers himself spiritually Chinese after spending 2 weeks in China on his paid luxury vacation.
She Van Fleet, a survivor of Mao's revolution, joins me now, and she, China. So she, our foreign adversaries, namely China, actively behind the push towards socialism here in the U.S.
Yes, absolutely. You see it everywhere. And the recent thing is what's trending is called Chinamaxing.
This lady is my favorite. She hates me. This lady is like, I survived the Cultural Revolution. You know what's just like the Great Leap Forward? Columbia University. like I love these sorts of people that come in and they're just like, whatever current thing that's like frustrating, I don't know, 75-year-old boomers in Iowa is exactly what it was like in the Chinese countryside.
The first one is about propaganda. The second one is about influence. And
It's pretty funny to say this also about China in general, because they are, in my opinion, far too disinterested in doing soft power. I mean, that's changing a little bit, but like up until this moment, they straight up were like, no, we're just going to sell to our own market. Like, we have a massive consumer base in China. We're just going to make cultural works that only Chinese people will consume, which I think is a massive mistake. Because soft power is the name of the game. America's cultural dominance, America's hegemonic superpower status, in large part is due to the cultural imperialism, the soft power that comes from Hollywood, right? China doesn't do that.
Right. So bro is actually just giving them free tips at this point. I mean, how much are they
sounds
paying you,
crazy.
Hassan, honestly? Because this guy's legitimately like, there isn't enough
Yeah, he on the roster. He on the roster for sure. That sounds crazy. Whoa.
propaganda. All right. There isn't enough foreign propaganda. There should be more, right? There should be more. There should be more people like me, just wire me like double the doubloons on PayPal and I'll do it. Hassan unironically will be like, I'll do the propaganda myself. China #1. Don't worry. US bad. They brainwash everybody through their Marvel movies in Hollywood, right? China and all these other countries need to get on their level, right? Start infiltrating TikTok. Come on. Pay the influencers. I mean, he's not even hiding it at this point, and we'll see later it becomes blatantly fucking obvious when he's flashing his accessories. Also, this is always a mistake, never do this, but if you look at Hassan's chat here, Peepo smile, Mao missed one, Peepo smile. I mean, just surprised they don't want her dead, but I probably missed that message. So then she talks about like these TikTok influencers getting paid to do this sort of propaganda, and then she explicitly brings up Hassan.
it's something that CCP is expert of. They will capture the elite. In this case, they capture a lot of the influencers in social media, especially in TikTok. And most of the people who are influenced have no idea that they are the target. And some, of course, they do because they get paid handsomely. And one of the examples is Hassan Piker. He went to China for 2 weeks and come back a Chinese, now leading the Chinamaxing on the social media.
Yes. Hey, Michael from Pennsylvania. Notice how she said I'm Chinese now? Oh, look at me. I'm Michael from Beijing. No, you're not. Hey, yo, did you hear that? Let's run that back. She said I'm Chinese. Let's go.
Bro, oh my God. He is
bugging out.
creaming himself at this. He's like, she noticed me. Oh my God, somebody called me Chinese. Yes, I'm totally one.
He different. He's definitely a weirdo, if I had to say so myself. Like, what the hell is wrong with him? He's way too excited about that, bro. Way too excited.
Of you, brother, are you good? Also, like, just for the record, I don't think she was talking literally, okay? I don't think she legitimately thinks you morphed into a Chinese person. I think what she means to say is that you're shilling after a literal week there, soy facing at the Red Book, covering for the police that was stopping you for a meme on your phone. Meanwhile, if that happened in the US, you would be saying they're the Gestapo. And I feel like what she's actually referring to might be that instance of Hassan calling himself spiritually Chinese.
My mind, in my conscience, I have already become Chinese. We were already white Chinese in this chat. I've already become full Chinese.
Because this man is such a fucking dork, right? A shape-shifting dork. Schrodinger's Turk, they call him, right? Because he changes races and skin colors like a fucking chameleon. So he was trying to add Chinese to his belt as well, but the people were obviously not having it. So I don't know what exactly she was referring to there, but nobody thinks you're Chinese, man. Get over yourself. Then he starts attempting to speak in Chinese in some weird sort of emulation.
Why the Chinese influence
Okay, I don't know about
Yeah, that sounded racist. That definitely had to be racist. I don't know. That sounded racist.
Yeah.
You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
Yeah, I ain't like that. That was a little weird.
That just looked really racist, bro. Like, I don't know what the hell he was doing there, what he was trying to do.
That was
So he was like playing.
pretty racist, bro. I ain't go front. Yo, what the hell? And he just gonna get away with that too. Wow. Y'all agree? I should do like a poll in a chat. I should do a poll. Let me see. Am I even able to do it? Let me see. Start a poll. Yo, was that racist? If you're watching the replay, tell me if it was racist in the comment section. But I just put a poll up in the chat. Was that racist? Y'all tell me. If you're watching the replay and you can't vote, vote in the comment section. I will be checking that out. That, to me personally, that sounded wild. That sounded crazy, bro. And I think if it was anyone else, they would have received backlash for that. That's not me saying that they should. I know me. I ain't trying to cancel nobody. I'm okay with edgy jokes. But because this is Hassan, it seems like he's getting away with a lot that other people wouldn't. I'm just saying. Tell me in the comment section.
Music or something, and I guess trying to sing along or whatever, but it's just convenient he does that when she's on the screen, right? The least racist woke person right here.
Fuck this South Vietnamese. Why don't you go back and live in fucking South Vietnam in the same conditions?
This guy was legitimately like, oh yes, Chinese person spotted. I must bust out my dog shit just singing attempt in fucking Chinese or whatever. There's no way. There's just no way, man. Anyway, so then they...
Let me read what y'all saying. You said he thinks he has the privilege to be able to get away with that ish. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, that was insane. I've had so many leftists do this. What? They be out here wilding like that? I didn't know that. Wow. You said, oh yeah, that's deaf racist. He forgot to say, love you long time though. That was funny. That is funny as hell. What's up, Computer Blue? How you doing? Let me see what else you guys are saying. Fetishizing Chinese culture, claiming to be Chinese, but is openly hateful about Chinese people. Yeah. He speaks about Asians in a nasty way. Not just, just other races in general. I've heard him do like similar rants. Yeah, he's pretty nasty with it. All out in the open, not hiding.
All out Hassan for his propaganda, and he just doubles down in the most shameless way possible.
Chinamaxing is. You mentioned it's on TikTok. It's the newest craze. And basically, it's young Americans romanticizing and glamorizing living in communist China. Quote, Chinamaxing isn't just a lifestyle trend. Many of the young influencers praising Chinese culture are actively denigrating America. They're aesthetically, morally, and politically defecting to another superpower. And she, as somebody who lived and fled the Mao Revolution, what's your message to those who romanticize communism, especially young Americans who grew up here with every advantage in the world, now saying, I want to live under communist rule? What's your message to them, She?
Yeah, my message is you have to learn history. We have to teach our children real history.
Bro, this guy is too much, bro. Actually, completely shameless. They're literally calling you out for propaganda, and you go, yep, that's me. That's me right here. Thanks for doing a roll.
He's bugging out. He did a roll call. Fang gang all day. All day. Fang gang. Yeah, he did look like he was doing a roll call just now. That's weird.
Call. Maybe they'll slip me another check. I mean, if it wasn't enough to do like a flippin' propaganda tour.
He admitted that he was a propagandist multiple times, man. I'm not surprised.
And all this nonsense. This guy is just flashing his souvenirs, being like, yes, I got all of this shit. And mind you, all this time, Hassan is out there accusing other people of working with foreign governments, being paid by foreign governments, being anti-American, working with America's enemies and all that to undermine the stability of the country, etc., etc.
And so he should be deported. I'm not going to disagree with that. Also, how you doing, Angela? Or is it Angelia? How you doing, Angelia?
Chilling for foreign powers. And then he's out here doing this shit openly. Like he ain't even trying to hide it. I mean, you cannot make this shit up. This is a Diddy Pica special. Also, I just find it funny. Like every time Hassan will pretend to be the most woke person ever until the second somebody disagrees with him, a minority group disagrees with him. Suddenly he just turns into like a straight white supremacist. He just turns into the most racist person ever. Starts mocking them in the most caveman way possible. Also, I couldn't let this pass. Accurate. I'm sorry. I gotta point out Kaya. Shocked 1,000 times. She has literally passed out. Look how well trained she is, guys. Hassan goes,
yes, he's American. Still take his ass back. Still take his ass out. You know what? Deport him to China. See how he really like it. Deport his ass back to China. Let's see if he rocks with that.
How well trained he is. Literally.
Since you love him so much, since you like him so damn much, go over there. Go have a good time. Have a blast. Live like Johnny Somali. And I'm talking about what happened after. Yeah, because he probably gonna end up in jail real quick. Real quick. Oh, let's back up.
Totally dead. So then she talks about the problem of people like romanticizing communism, right? Which is something Hassan does all the time.
Our value, our culture, and it is, as you said, romanticize communism.
Like they can keep chirping about the big red menace and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, all of our elites are pedophiles. The cost of living has not been solved at all. It's getting worse and worse for people. There's so much poverty. There's so much debt. There's so much destruction all around us. All we know how to deal is lead around the globe. And then people have this expectation that you're supposed to sit there and love what you're experiencing because like the alternative is far scarier. But people have the capacity to see the alternative with their own two eyes, partially as a consequence of the social libertarianism that like Western countries have as far as like free speech, free flow of information. Regardless of the propaganda efforts, people can still see what's going on over there and go, well, that seems pretty good to me. I don't know. Maybe we should try that.
Right. I mean, this is just brilliant logic. So
Crazy.
The elites are PDF files. Therefore, communism good. I mean, wow, that is some rock solid. That is some Sudoku logic right there. Another brilliant lesson from Diddy Piker himself. Because things are bad here, surely it means that communism is the solution. It's always the fucking champagne socialist multimillionaires pushing for shit they just do not believe in. Like, if this was implemented...
Yeah, because he was talking about elite. I'm like, nigga, that's you. You in that group, Hassan. You in there. Why are you acting like you not like a millionaire?
Hassan would be the first one to complain. And we know this. Let's start with you, Hassan. Redistribute your wealth right now. Get out of your flippin' Hollywood mansion. Donate your millions. Put your money where your mouth is. And I know you will never do that because we know what happened in the Hassan Orbiter's lawsuit. Hassan is so fucking greedy. He refused to part with even a portion of his money. And we'll see later, Frogget also crying about her expenses and Hassan refusing to help her at all. Also, for a brilliant political commentator, he has some pretty elementary analysis here. He goes, yeah, we look over in other countries and things look pretty good. Yeah, that's because you don't see any of the fucking problems living there, dude. I mean, this guy's a North Korea glazer. He's a USSR glazer. I mean, you just cannot take him seriously at all. You cannot argue the logic with him at all. Hassan literally goes on a paid luxury vacation, gets a complete tourist experience, right? Sees like the best parts that are curated for him to show him, and he goes, yep, this is the entire place. This is just how it is. Wow, they just have all this cool shit. Like, you obviously don't see the common man's experience. Literally brain dead dumb tourists going to tourist spots and going, yeah, this is totally how it is, guys. I mean, he lives in Hollywood, bro. He is completely disconnected from people at all, even in his own fucking like state, you know? So then Hassan makes the craziest admission ever. So he basically says that communism is fine because sometimes the government will give you treats, right? So all you have to do is hand over all your power, right? Give them all the authority and pray that you get some doggy bites, that you get a little scraps that they throw you.
The reason why my parents hated communism is because they didn't have treats. They were told that the reason they don't have treats, no blue jeans, no rock, is because of communism. It never went deeper than that. When you have a communist state with treats, that kind of propaganda don't work well. Exactly. That's like a major issue. I think a lot of people don't factor in different ways of governance because all matter of governance is authoritarian inherently. That's what the government does. It's authority, right? And what a lot of people don't realize is that like treats are a major fucking part of this process. They're a major part of the struggle. Is
that dog okay? Is that dog sleeping? We sure? Does it have a collar on? I'm just checking.
Government actually offers commodities and treats. It gives a sense of comfort and security. A government must offer the diversity of choice, even if it's like fallacious, even if it's not real, even if the choice is actually coming from like 3 fucking producers overall. The very fact that you feel like you have a choice to begin with is what makes people comfortable.
Right. So this guy is literally telling people that it's completely okay that
he is 100% still using Kaya as a prop, which is crazy to me. That's insane. Still using Kaya as a prop. Nasty work.
The government controls your entire life and has all the power. In fact, we should actually just give all our power to the government, remain completely powerless. And it's okay because the overlords will be kind enough to occasionally give you some treats, you know? They might send a drone to your house one day. It might deliver you groceries. It might bomb your house. Who knows? But hey, you better flip that coin because Hassan says so. So you literally can't make this shit up. He's fully aware of the consequences of like a dictatorship government or whatever, right? He's completely aware that some of these regimes treat their citizens very poorly, pretty much like dogs here. Right now, he's talking about treats and shit. And he is still supporting that shit because he's obviously never lived under it. And the fact that this guy's just a full-on commie, bro, and the fact that he still has a fan base is absolutely insane to me. He should literally just be marked an enemy. I mean, if the terrorist glazing wasn't enough, right? Literally playing propaganda videos, if that wasn't enough, this guy just continues to expose himself day after day, you know, slowly leaking out his true beliefs, forgetting that his stream isn't actually private, that he's not hiding his power levels anymore. Also, the logic is impeccable. He goes, all governments are authoritarian. Yeah, we're talking about the extent of it, dumbass. Like, North Korea authoritarian is very different from US authoritarian, right?
Yeah.
A dictatorship versus democratic elections, or you could say somewhat democratic, right? There's a lot of bullshit going on, that's for sure. But it's not comparable to actual like dictatorships like in Iran. And this colossal moron actually thinks that it's the same thing, right? Oh, governments.
Even thinking that is insane. The fact that he could push that idea and then he's going to have a bunch of fans in the audience like, yeah, yeah, we agree. That's nuts. That is insane. And he thinks he should be like the leader, like he should be running things. Is that a statue of Chopper from One Piece in the background? I hate that he claims to be a One Piece fan, even though he don't understand it, calling terrorist Luffy. Nigga, what? Did you watch the show? Anyway.
Just have power. That's just how it is, right? You should just pray to the gods and hopefully you'll get some doggy bites, right? You, the little cattle in the pen, right? We will be the ruling class. We will rule over you. Hassan will get elected in the government and, you know, maybe he'll throw you some scraps. All you have to do is subscribe to his stream, you know, prove that you're a loyal supporter right from the start. Right, here is Hassan's comment section. She said, bro came back Chinese. Hassan said he came back Chinese. She's literally just quoting him.
My mind, in my conscience, I have already become Chinese. We were already white Chinese in this chat. I've already become full Chinese.
Hassan went to China for 2 weeks and came back a Chinese. So this is how long it takes. Apparently, according to him.
Yeah,
she said Chinese like...
I ain't going front. I have been noticing a lot of like One Piece meat rotting because it's like trending now, especially with the Netflix TV show. Everybody named Mama is a One Piece fan now. Everybody love One Piece now that the TV show came out. And they be saying the dumbest opinions in the world. Didn't Casa not say that he just became an anime fan like recently? He's like, yeah, I just, you know, started watching Death Note. Damn. I thought I'd be behind and late to the animes, nigga. Like, how you gonna be later than me? Death Note. Here's a heads up. Just skip the second, like half of that. Just you don't even, once what's his name? L's gone. The detective nigga, once he's gone, nigga, I don't really care about the people that he trained. That shit show get trash after that.
It was a slur.
Hold on. Yeah.
And Hassan was fucking mocking her or some shit. I don't know what he was doing. Congrats on your honorary citizenship. Yes, he's totally accepted. Everybody totally loves him. That's why he got stopped by the police, right? They've been saying we're so close to becoming...
Making me hungry. That sounds delicious.
...becoming a communist country.
Especially if you get them spicy.
For decades. Like, damn, I wish we'd hurried up. Literal just commies. That's like his fan base is just commies. I'm from the UK and most of the people I know hate China because of censorship, but have no problem with the UK government arresting people for holding placards. Well, to be honest, I don't know anybody who's like a fan of the UK government either. Don't they arrest people for like social media posts? Like, they're getting pretty ridiculous too. Like, nobody's defending them, bruh. Now click this video for a delicious pizza. Quick, eat it before.
I don't eat pizza. Well, not that kind of pizza. I eat pizza with no tomato sauce. I don't eat tomatoes. I just don't like the taste of it. It makes me sick physically, maybe mentally. But I can't stomach pasta. So I gotta get like a substitute like Alfredo or something. Like, I would rather some cheesy bread if I'm just being honest. Anyway, I digress. You didn't want to hear about what I find delicious. You wanted to hear me roast these bitches. My bad. Talk about Hassan Piker. But yeah, I think he's a clown. I also think his disciple is a clown too as well. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments section, and hit the hype button if you're able to. It helps out the channel a lot. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Akami got kills top tier. Now, is that the one with the clothes, or is that the one with the boy that's like hanging out with the assassins? Kill. Which one is that? Yeah, I think that's the one with the boy that's training with the assassins. I hated that because the ending was gone. Is that the one? Focus on the corruption, powerful. The pod travels the capital to earn money. This village but discovers a deep corruption leading him to join the night raid. A group of assassins fight the empire. I hated the ending. I hated the ending. I love the anime. The ending was some bullshit. I could not stand that ending. My bad. I don't know why you reminded me of that. I binge watched that. I was hype. Like, oh, that's when I discovered, I think, that and Tokyo Ghoul at the same time. And I was mad because my boys didn't tell me about either one. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Now, you should have been telling me about this. And then I finished it and was like, oh, see why you didn't tell me about the Akami one. I hated the end. The end was some bullshit. But my bad. The Assassins one, yeah. I hated the ending, bro. I guess, yeah, you could say it had realism, but for one, this damn girl was not the main character. Nigga, how does she? I don't know. The last episode, she becomes not only the main character, but the strongest. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, nigga. That sounds crazy. Like, from what I remember, nigga, the show was geared towards that boy being the main character. Then he gets the suit from the dude. That I ain't like that death either. Spoiler alert. That pissed me off too. But yeah, I ain't like that. I hate when shows do that. Like, ooh, it was about her the whole time. Nigga, no, nah. And then how the hell you able to beat somebody that freeze time? Wasn't that what Shorty was doing? It's been a long time since I watched it, but I really didn't enjoy that ending. I love the whole like series overall. The ending just pissed me off. It's the same way I feel about like Breaking Bad. I love the whole series. I hated the way it ended. Rematch Future Diary I rewatch Future Diary every year. That's a good one. It's terrible. Yeah, the ending is some bullshit, but it was intriguing. I didn't like the end though. Same thing. I know it's bad. I know the story is trash, but it's kind of trash. You can't turn off. It was intriguing because it kept you like wanting to know more about what was happening. But then the ending felt like it was just pulled out somebody's behind. It came out of nowhere. I've been wanting to get into Tokyo Ghoul. Is it worth it? Oh, y'all can't see my posters. I have my 3 favorite animes. My top animes is Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho, Tokyo Ghoul. I love Tokyo Ghoul. Now, the ending's bullshit. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. There's 2 different series. They're both connected. They don't really tell you that. I found that out by mistake because you watch the first series. It was fire. The ending is bullshit because this ain't really a spoiler. It cuts. You don't see nothing. It cuts to black. And that's the end of the first series. I was pissed. I'm mad pissed. But then they came out with a sequel series or whatever that they don't really tell you. You just find out, like, if you're not into the manga universe heavy, which I dabble, I'm not heavy into it, then you didn't know, right? So I watched the second series and was pissed. Stopped watching it, like, who the hell is this guy? I don't care about this person. And then my friend was like, no, keep watching, bro. It's connected to the first. I was like, what? And then I watched and it was like, okay, as a whole, because you got to watch both series to get the final story. I would say overall, I loved it. I just didn't like the ending. Like, once again, it doesn't have a strong ending to where you're like, this was fire. It has an ending that makes you go, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, did y'all not know what you were writing? Did you forget? And just said, okay, let's just pull some craziness. So yeah, I didn't like that at all. I'm a huge Tokyo Ghoul fan. I just hated the way it ended. Both seasons or both series. But if you put them all together, you could forgive the second, the first series ending. You can't forgive the second ending. You can't. Try to be a hero in the wars. Yeah. But then the certain things that they revealed that just made no sense to me, man. I think Beast Boy just hates endings. No, that's not true. I love Yu Yu Hakusho's ending. Like, literally, I go back whenever I'm feeling down or like I need like a pick-me-up. I watch the ending of Yu Yu Hakusho where they're all on the beach and Yusuke finally comes back from hell. That was one of the most amazing endings in the anime. There's a few, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know, because I guess I'm a writer myself. I see certain things where I'm like, you could have did that way better. But Yu Yu Hakusho had a good ending, not a good last season, but a good ending. Great ending. If I had to think of other animes that had good endings, shit, Dragon Ball Z still going. Trigun. I like the original Trigun. That had a good ending. What was the one with the swordsman? Is it Inuyasha? No, that's another one. I had a friend that used to love that joint. Hey, what's up, John? How you doing? Kill isn't your taste. No, I love the show. I didn't like the end, bro. Like, literally, the last 2 episodes, I was pissed. The whole show, I was like, oh, this is fire. I love this shit. The last 2 episodes made me so mad. It ruined like that shit for me. But overall, it's a good series. I'm not mad at it. Have you ever seen Mr. In Between? It's not an anime. Mr. In Between sounds so familiar. Yes, I absolutely watched that. That's crazy. I watch a lot of TV. I watched this entire series. This dude is like a hitman or something like that, right? I liked when the dude slapped the ice cream out of his kid's hand and that nigga went crazy. He's like, yo, wait right here real quick. I'll be right back. Real quick. I rocked with that. I'm not mad at Mr. In Between. That was a good series. Like, I like not just anime, I like live action too. Breaking Bad, hated the ending, but loved the series. Sons of Anarchy, you can't tell me that was a good ending. Maybe I'm just sour because what they did to Opie, but I watch a lot of TV. I don't know any of these except Teen Titans. Live action or cartoon? I think they did an okay job with the first few seasons of the live action. The cartoon was perfect. Beginning to end, bar for bar. Teen Titans is one of the best cartoons of all time. I like Justice League Unlimited as well. Batman Beyond was good. The anime, there's a few ones that have good endings. It's just when you have your high hopes in it, like, and it's real good, you expect the ending to be good. That's like watching Game of Thrones and telling me you like the ending of Game of Thrones. Get the hell out of here. No, you didn't. You lying. The ending of Game of Thrones is trash, but that's because it was so good. You get what I mean? I don't hate endings, proceeds to hate every show ending. I just name like 5. Don't do that, Bailiff. I named like at least 4 endings of shows that I liked. Yu Yu Hakusho. What was the other anime I said? See, y'all got me forgetting. I started naming live actions where I liked the ending. I named a bunch. What do you think of the remake cast to Highlander? I did not see that. They casted the new cast for Highlander. I didn't see that. I love Highlander. I think that's a good story. I even like the movies. They threw that poor actress to the wolves and did nothing to help her. That's funny. It's easy to bait this dude 100%, especially for the fact of entertainment. I'm going to feed into it because we both find it funny. Now, if it was on some I'm spurging out shit, that's when you need to be worried about baiting me. I'm never going to spurg out. But yeah, there's a lot of good endings I like, but it's just a lot of bad ones. I used to love Gantz. They fucked that ending up badly. And it's because they didn't do the manga by the end. It's easy to debate. My top 3 movies are Perfect Blue, classic. Wicked City, don't think I remember that one. Midori, that was a good one. Top 3 anime series, Prison School. Is that the freaky one? The one that was getting a little freaky deaky? I ain't judging you. Kill I Kill and Gushing Over Magical Girls. Okay. I think my top animes, and I think it might have changed a little bit. No, it might still be the same. Naruto, Yu Yu Hakusho. That's number 1 to me. That's what got me to fall in love with anime. Yu Yu Hakusho. I love everything about it. The style, the storyline. Oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, that was another one. I love the ending. I didn't like the last season, but the ending was great. What would be my number 3? Tokyo is Tokyo Ghoul still my number 3? I don't like the ending, but I love Tokyo Ghoul, man. Everything about that shit was fire, bro. Especially like when he beat up Jason. Oh man. But yeah, I think Tokyo Ghoul might be my number 3. When it comes to movies, I'm not sure. I know The Boy and the Beast is probably my number 1 for anime movies. Texas Walker Rangers, an action show I love. That shit was hilarious to me. I don't think that it was supposed to be funny, but when I watched that with my grandma, I would be fucking dying laughing. This nigga did a front kick through a window shield, bro. You know how hard that would be? And then just get up like it's nothing. Chuck Norris fought a bear. He was sitting down in the woods by himself for no reason, and a bear walked up and smacked the shit out of Chuck Norris. And he got up and started fighting the bear. The bear got him on the ground. He doing groundwork. He elbowing. The bear gets up and runs away. All he has is one scratch on his face. He like this. I'm like, this shit is comedy gold. This is like the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. I used to love watching that shit with my grandma. And nigga jumped out the window. The nigga did a windshield. And he got up. Like that nigga didn't just jump off a roof to do that. That was funny. Oh, that was some good old fashioned comedy right there. I think the second one, like the remake, they tried to take too seriously. And I was like, nah, nigga, go crazy. Go like this nigga Chuck Norris was wilding out, nigga. And you believed it too, because he's a bad motherfucker. But it was ridiculous. Some of the nigga fought the bear. And then he fought a mutant in that same episode with the bear. And he's like fighting the mutant. And then the bear comes back and helps Chuck Norris. He beat it into submission. So where now the bear is helping him fight. The bear helped him fight crime. And then as the bear runs off, or after they beat up the mutant, the bear runs away and looks at Chuck. Chuck looks at the bear and they nod to each other. And I'm like, this is comedy gold. Oh man, that was great. That was fucking great. That's a good series right there. I don't think I was supposed to laugh that much as a kid, but it was like, come on, this is crazier than an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, nigga. This shit is ridiculous. This ain't got a scar on him. He just jumped off a roof to kick somebody through the windshield. Chuck Norris used a single hand to save humanity. And that's how the joke started forming. The ridiculous shit he was doing on that show was so crazy that you had to meme that shit. That shit was a meme. Didn't think Fallout would be good. My brother keep telling me that's kind of good. I might check it out. My favorite classic gems of TV shows are I Love Lucy. I love that show. You gonna say The Honeymooners? You gotta throw The Honeymooners in there. Right to the moon. One of these days. The original Dark Shadows. Oh, the soap opera. I wasn't mad at it. Andy Griffith Show. The original Twilight Zone. I'm with you on that. 1,000%. That's a show I watch every year. Classic. Alfred Hitchcock movies. He got some good ones. TV shows, classic, Monsters. Yeah, that was a good one. Addams Family. I liked a few of the new Addams Family too. You said, I feel like you described American Compound. You talking about Compound Into the Fist? There was like a spoof movie. That's how Chuck Norris was doing shit, bro. No lies. Addams Family. Yeah, I rocked with Addams Family. I liked a few of the newer ones. Like I like the 90s TV show. I like the 90s movies, but they had to do Doc from Back to the Future as Uncle Fester. Like, I liked Addams Family. Yeah, I used to rock with that. I'm not really a fan of the new Wednesday series. They dropped the ball with that one. I hated who they picked to be Gomez. That didn't make no fucking sense. It burned into my head thanks to Nick at Night. Nick at Night is responsible for me watching a lot of TV shows I had no business watching. Harry and the Hendersons, Three's Company, which is my shit. I was a kid watching Three's Company. Jack Tripper was a pimp. Jack Tripper was a straight pimp. But yeah, that was my joint. Boondock Saints, I wasn't mad at that. Part 1 and Part 2. Boondock Saints, masterpiece. Yeah, that was a good one. I like Part 2 as well. One of my favorite spoof movies is 50 Shades of Black with Marlon Wayans. Yeah, that was good. The Wayans brothers are really good at parody movies. I love I'm Gonna Get You Sucker as well. And Scary Movie. Spoofs 100%. Naked Gun. Classic. Airplane. Gotta put Airplane in there. You're gonna say a spoof. Not another teen movie with Captain America in it. Say, hey, what you doing here? It's only supposed to be one black guy. Oh, my bad. I didn't know. Then they did the slow clap. You know how many times I started a slow clap in my life because of that movie? Come and knock on my door. We'll be waiting for you. Hers and his. Three's Company too. That was my shit. In Living Color. Yeah, I still reference that a lot. Homie, don't play that. Let me tell you something. You know what? I didn't realize that when you watch the movie Liar Liar, Jim Carrey's character from In Living Color is in the background. That is funny as hell now that I know it. I seen somebody say that shit. I was like, get out of here. I went and rewatched it. I was like, wow. That's Fire Marshal Bill in the background with people laughing hysterically as Jim Carrey's getting carried away in the ambulance. You see Fire Marshal Bill going crazy in the background. Let me tell you something. Jim Carrey is one of the greats. One of the greats. Oh, also, I can end this poll. Y'all voted and 86% says that he was being racist. Homie the clown. Homie don't play that. Hit the hell out the kid with the sock. Yeah, I like the In Living Color. That Vanilla Ice skit was crazy, bro. Nigga, Jim Carrey is like, that was bad. But Jim Carrey is one of the GOATs, bro. So is the Wayne brothers. Damon Wayne don't get the credit that he deserves, especially due to the fact that he got fired from Saturday Night Live on purpose. which probably stunted his growth a little bit. But the fact that he took that stance and wilded out, I didn't know that until I was an adult and started researching. And I was like, I didn't even know he was on Saturday Night Live. But then he played a character a certain way that they didn't like, so they fired him, which is crazy because they would have never fired him now for doing that same thing.